Nabiraj, am I audible? Nabiraj to come in.
Yes, sir, audible.
My screen is seen.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So we have 17 students, and I'm taking a pic of this attendance. Okay, so the 17 people have joined. Uh, their attendance is taken. It stops here. We'll get going with. So last class we were talking about multi-channel retailing. Now we're going to talk about FDI in retail. A few things you have already studied in other subjects like finance. So FDI in retail industry means that foreign companies in certain categories can sell products to their own retail shop in the country. So this is known as a foreign direct investment, FDI. Now you would have seen in the news many times that when government wanted to bring this FDI, there were a lot of laws and rules to get FDI into India. Because if all the foreign direct investment comes in and they start bringing in their products to sell, then the Indian products will get a beating. The Indian manufacturers will not be able to sell the product. Or if we talk about something got to do with growing or agricultural uh, product, then India will suffer and the Indian farmers will suffer. So what happened is they said you can come into India. The foreign direct investment was allowed in retailing, but it was with some rules and regulations. So government has put some rules and regulations, what brands they can sell and what brand they should not sell. Because if they start selling everything that is made abroad, then what will happen to our manufacturers? They cannot make. If they don't make, the industry doesn't work. If the industry doesn't work, there is no employment. And if there's no employment, there's no buying power. And hence, the GDP of the country comes down. And once the GDP comes down, it is very, very difficult for the country to sustain. Because most of the money and the profit goes to the foreign investors who have invested in India. So there were restrictions, and these restrictions are going on. So they cannot sell all the products. So if you read here, you see they have given the fourth line. At present, foreign direct investment in pure retailing is not permitted under Indian law. Pure retailing. सब कुछ हम लोग ही करेंगे. तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट हम लोग नहीं डालेंगे. Government of India has allowed FDI retail of specific brand of product. Government of India has allowed these retailers to sell only specific brands. anything and everything they cannot sell. You know the story of Walmart already have done last year in marketing. Okay, so how there were a lot of difficulties when Walmart had set up their business and their shop in India. Okay, so this is known as a foreign direct investment in retail in India. The FDI and retail sector will also help in increasing foreign exchange reserves. So now you would be wondering why should then uh, the government allow the foreign people to set in the money, set in their business in India? They have to set in the business in India because we get foreign exchange. Okay, when an American puts in a business here, India tends to get dollars. If the Britishers put in something, okay, the United Kingdom put in their business, India gets pounds. So like this, when when people of various countries put in their investment in India, so India gets foreign currency. So you must be wondering, what does India do with this foreign currency? India gives them back the foreign currency and takes goods. Okay, in a very crude manner, I'm talking to you about economics. Yeah? Money is required, and a common money that works everywhere in every country. It's not money. The common system of value is nothing but is gold. गोल्ड का कीमत सब जगह ऑलमोस्ट एक ही रहता है. It is valuable everywhere. But if you see in the currency exchange, the currency exchange rates are different. Today, approximately 74, 75 or 76 rupees is equal to one American dollar. Like that, we have got the Australian dollar. And we have got various currencies of different countries where Indian currency is having a value equivalent to their currency. Okay? A small country like Thailand, tourism country like Thailand, the currency today is 2 rupees 20 paisa, almost 2 rupees 20 paisa, or between 2 rupees 20 paisa to 2 rupees 50 paisa is equal to 1 baht. That is the Thailand currency, 1 baht. So you can see our currency is lower than their currency. तो जब हम लोग 2 रुपया 50 पैसे देते हैं तो हमको 1 बाht मिलता है. That is how it works. So India also requires foreign currency because we can buy services and goods with the country or with the consortium of various business entities. There are three types of foreign direct investments. How do they put their money into India? There are three types. One is horizontal FDI, vertical FDI, and conglomerate. When you say horizontal FDI, means it is this way. They put in lot of types of businesses, not only one business. Okay, they'll put in oil, they'll put in steel, they'll put in consumer goods. Okay, so horizontal base में जाएगा. Vertical FDIs, they go on putting only in one particular field. Okay, only one particular field में वो लोग डालते हैं. अगर retail डालना है, only retail में डालते हैं. They are not going to put their money in any other business. Okay, or they'll put their money only in steel. Okay, so it is a vertical FDI. कौन से तो एक field में फिर वो लोग पैसा डालते हैं. Then we have got yeah, somebody has raised their hand. Yeah, tell me. Somebody raised hand, please put in your question. Am I audible in the first place?
Yes, sir.
Okay, somebody raised the hand. Anybody wants to ask a question? You can anytime raise a hand and ask a question in between. Okay, let it be a very interactive program. I don't want it to be a one-way lecture. Okay, anything you feel in between you want to ask, please feel free and you can ask the record. Okay, there's a chat here. There is some problem. I will join back. Okay, it is Narayan Acharya. Fine. Right. Okay, so we'll go ahead. So when you see, this itself tells you that कि पैसा तो चाहिए. Okay, when I say horizontal, they invest in all types of business. Horizontal line, all types of business. लोग यहाँ पे भी पैसा डालेंगे. Okay, they will put in their money in different portfolios. Okay, they'll put some money in this portfolio. They will put in money in another portfolio. Okay, they will put in their money in every portfolio. Okay, so horizontal growth. When I say vertical, that means they are going to put only in one particular field. Okay, so wherever there is steel, let's say, okay, they put only money in steel industry. I'm sorry. Okay, they put the money only in the steel industry, or they'll put money only in the manufacturing industry. So this is how the whole system works. Okay, so this we call as vertical FDI. Now, when we said conglomerate FDI, what is the meaning of conglomerate? Can it be come in and tell? What is the meaning of conglomerate? Some of you have done finance, you have done also marketing last year. So what do you think is conglomerate?
So, a group of companies which come together to throw out another company.
Very good, very nice. Okay, so when we talk about conglomerate FDI, so many people together will put in the money. So they'll put horizontal also, and they'll put for the vertical projects also. So all the projects they will put as a conglomerate. Okay, so साथ साथ मिलके वो लोग अपना investment डालते हैं. Okay? So this is the three types of investments that is there in FDI. I'm talking to you about FDI only in retail. Okay, because when you talk about FDI in some other sectors, okay, then the terminology of horizontal and vertical changes with context. Okay, with context it changes. But when we talk about horizontal FDI, vertical FDI, conglomerate FDI, it means only for retail. So they in conglomerate they'll put for horizontal also and vertical segment also. So now we would like to know the structure of retailing and distribution channels around the world. Okay, it is very interesting. बहुत interesting चीज है ये. Let's go ahead and see how the global people are doing it. Okay, retailing globally कैसे बनता है और इंडिया में ये कैसे होता है. So one thing is retailing is a global industry. Okay, today it is not an industry in isolation. So I can get any products anywhere in the country. There was a time where fruits like kiwi fruits were not available in India. Today we can get these fruits available in India. There was a time when avocado fruit was not available in India. Today avocados are plentifully available in India. So how do these things come here? Because the retailing has become a global industry. A global industry. Okay? हमारे यहाँ इंडिया में जो अल्फांसो मैंगोस यहाँ पे ग्रो करते हैं, अल्फांसो मैंगोस that they grow in India, today they have reached every part of the world. Every part of the world. I've got friends in US, I've got friends in relatives in Australia, in Egypt. They enjoy Indian food. Indian pickle is available there. Indian chutney is available there. Indian fruits are available there. So retailing अभी ये global industry हो गया. It is not that when I say retailing, that things that are available in Karnataka are available in Jammu. or Kashmir or in Delhi. Okay. Today, everything is available everywhere, and hence we say retailing industry. Okay. The largest 50 retailers operated in 6.8 countries on average, with 21.3% of their sales from outside the retailer's home country. Just imagine 21.3%, friends. 21.3% of the sales is coming from outside their country. Huge. Okay, one fifth almost. अगर मैं 100 बेचता हूँ, if I sell 100, 21 I am selling outside the country. And what am I getting? I am getting a very high price for this 21%. Because the Alfonso mangoes that are available, the best quality mangoes in season that are available for 1000 rupees per dozen. 1000 rupees per dozen are marketed for almost 1500 or 1800 rupees dozen to the people who are the. So you can imagine कि अगर मैं दो or two containers I'm going to sell in India, it is equivalent container selling abroad. I get that type of a money. So this doesn't go at the same cost that I sell in India. It goes at double or triple the cost, because they pay it in dollars. So retailing has become a global industry. Anybody can sell anywhere. And if you have seen, friends, last few days, you are having a lot of news coming into the on the television regarding the farmers bill. And in fact, today they have called for a bandh. Not being political, what the farmers bill says is that any farmer who produces anything can sell anywhere in India. उसको freedom है, वो अपना मटेरियल लेके इंडिया में कहीं भी जाके बेच सकता है. What was happening earlier? Earlier, people from a particular place had to sell their product there only in APMC. He could not sell it outside. उसको टैक्स फीस लग के बहुत होता था. So today the farmer, it is at the will of the farmer where he wants to sell. I'll give a very simple example. Goa and Savanpudi, that stretch is very popular for cashews. So a lot of cashew is grown and a lot of cashews harvested in the month of April and May. And they sell the cashews only to the industries in either Goa or either in Savanpudi, that region. And those industries, they take these cashew seeds, they roast it, they've got cashew factories, they remove the cashew out of it, pack it, and that packed cashew is sold everywhere in India. Okay, packed cashew is sold everywhere in India. Where जो कच्चा माल रहता है, जो कच्चा काजू रहता है, if I want to set up a cashew processing plant in Belgaum, I have to get the raw cashew from either Maharashtra or from Goa. I cannot do that because the people who grow it in Goa and people who grow it in Maharashtra cannot sell their bulk cashew in Karnataka. So there was a restriction. So that restriction has been removed. So if some gentleman is having some 100 acres and he's having some 30 trucks of cashew that he grows, he can sell it anywhere. So, it is having its own pros and cons, and the political system takes care of all its issues. So we are not the right people to exactly talk about this. So like this, we have got products that have been made in India. grown in India that can be sold throughout the world. And similarly, many products made outside or produced outside can be sold in India. Of late, you have seen a lot of advertisement about the Chinese goods. Chinese goods were very economical. They were cheap. Indians could not manufacture these Chinese goods at that cost. लेबर कॉस्ट यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा है. चाइना में लेबर कॉस्ट कम है. It's only because the labor cost in China is less, they can manufacture it economically. And suddenly the Chinese market picked up in India. People started buying Chinese things. A simple दिवाली का जो लाइटिंग का जो सीरीज लैम्प रहता है वो लेके even products that the Chinese do not use, friends. Chinese do not use. In India, we use a lot. That is the Akash Kandil or Akash Butti that you say, the lamp that we put in front of the house during Diwali. Chinese people don't put it, but they manufacture that and they sell it in India. So just see, the things that they do not use, the things that they do not want, they don't need, but they know that other country requires it, they manufacture and they sell it. And they come up with wonderful designs, portable, foldable, wonderful designs, so economical that our manufacturing industry gets badly affected. So see the beauty of the whole retailing process. एक कैंडल पकड़ के एक छोटा सोप सोप का एक डब्बा soap container manufactured abroad can be sold today in India. So the market has opened up. So this is what is global retailing. Any material manufactured anywhere can reach anywhere. That's simple. See the third point, retailers offering food and other fast-moving consumer goods, that is we call it as FMCG, dominate the top 250 list. However, retailers in this sector tend to be the least international. In the food product, fast-moving consumer goods में retailing में international कम है. It's not huge. When I say it's not huge, I'm not talking about the quantity. I am talking about the value of the product. There are SAARC countries. They have got business tabs. You know that when two countries have some problems, border issues, there's firing from both the sides. Still, both the countries continue their business ties. If the other country does not have onion or tomatoes, and there is a very strained relationship between both the countries, still the other country will send the food materials to that country where they don't have tomatoes or ये गुड्स बल्क में जाता है लेकिन उसका वैल्यू कम रहता है. If you know, there was a time a year and a half back where there was no onion in India. Onion prices went up to almost 150, 170 rupees per kg. It was during this time that India procured onion from the neighboring countries. And this onion we could get in all these marts, Reliance Fresh, more. It was available there. It was available even in the supermarkets. So if retailing was not there, just imagine, friends, if retailing was not there, there were no onions, what would have happened? People had stopped eating onions. So because retailing has become a global market, onions came from neighboring countries to Indian harbors. Big ships come. You must have seen, you know, the containers, big containers. The container, hundreds of containers of onion come. So one container they will send it to Karnataka, one container they will send to Maharashtra. वहाँ पे distribute होके it goes to various cities. Cost, of course, cost goes on increasing. But finally, we get the material that we could not grow, or due to natural disaster, we have lost the crop. ऐसे बहुत बार हुआ है कि चाइना में because of floods, they lost their rice, onion. In Pakistan, it has happened. In cold countries where suddenly there's a snowfall, whatever they grow, it will rot. They cannot consume it. If you are today, because of heavy rains a few days back, suddenly in between, all the basmati rice that was growing in Belgaum, the fields that were green, have suddenly become yellow. All the basmati rice that were grown have decayed. So this year they are assuming that the basmati rice yield will be very less, and the yield is less, naturally the cost will be high. The cost becomes very high, then they will procure basmati rice from some other state where they have grown a lot and it is available, and they stabilize the market. And that can happen only when material will reach the retailers. And similar thing can happen between, as it happens from state to state, it can happen from country to country. Retailers are focused on hard lines such as consumer electronics, appliances, and which experience better financial performance in FMCG and apparel retailers. There are retailers who sell hardline products, mobile. Samsung is there. You've got MI, you've got Oppo. These you buy it here in the shops, right? You don't go to China and buy. You don't go to Korea and buy. You go here to the shops and buy. How do they come here? They come here to the retail market of India because of global retailership. These people make more money. Once upon a time, maybe around 10 years back, uh, in Thailand or even in Singapore, when we used to go, we used to get a television which does not have tax. One television. So if I get one TV, those days it was costing around 25,000, and the same TV in the showroom in Belgaum was costing 35 to 40,000. 15,000 का difference था electronics में, 15,000 का. So always I have to say at the airport in Thailand, every person used to be with a big television, Samsung television. Everybody used to bring to India one Samsung. After that, government thought that many people are bringing it, so they put restrictions, allowed the company to so more the view is more. I say retail focus on hard lines such as consumer electronics, appliance, and furniture experience better financial performance than FMCG and apparel retail. Harley Davidson, US Motors, foreign companies. Now I could get Harley Davidson because global retailership was available in India. If global retailership is not there, it is not possible for me to enjoy the luxury and the ride of a Harley Davidson. Okay? So this is all about global retailing, and I'll recap. We spoke about the FDIs, T types, horizontal, vertical, and conglomerate, and we spoke about retailing as a global experience. So we'll end the class. The next class will go on. The next class is Mr. Vaibhav Badgis. He may reschedule the class because he is into a conference. He will get back to you after 5 minutes. Right. Thank you very much. I will meet tomorrow.